Greetings, everybody. It's day 5 of our Advent Bites as we're preparing for the coming of Christ and celebrating the coming of Christ, because Christ has already come, but we can use this time to prepare our minds, our thoughts, and our hearts, and I trust it will touch and affect our lives. We've looked at some aspects of the coming of Christ, the light into the world that in a dark time would come into a dark time. And one of the big things about Jesus is expressed in what the angel said to Mary, that he will be called the Prince of Peace. Let me read from Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born, a son is given to us, the government will rest on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. This promise, like some of those we looked at earlier, is made 800 years before. Amazing that what was said about Jesus came to pass, and is coming to pass as well. Back in the early 1950s, it was predicted by one group of influential people, an influential magazine, I think Popular Mechanics, said that by the early part of the 21st century, every household would have at least one helicopter tucked away in their garage. Well, we don't even have a garage, but never mind. So I don't know where you keep your helicopter, but as yet that hasn't happened. And yet the promises of Christ are true, the promises of Christ are accurate. But it says the government will rest upon his shoulders. Wow, the governments today perhaps are not associated with peace. We're seeing all over the world governments elected who are divisive, who are playing one set of people against another, who are saying, well, these are my supporters and they're with us, and the rest, well, they're kind of enemies. But Jesus is different. The government will rest upon his shoulders, and I can't think of anybody else that I'd rather be in charge. And he'll be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. And this is the peace of God that is promised into our lives. And we can know peace at this time, no matter what turmoil there is in our life, no matter the difficulties we might be going through in terms of relationships, in terms of finance, whatever it might be that we're going through, we can turn to Christ, the Prince of Peace, and he can provide his peace in whatever circumstances we are. He can take us through it. His government, his leadership, we can trust through the times. We can give our lives over to him, and we can trust him. We can trust him and follow his word, follow his life. Let him lead us and let him guide us, because there is nobody else that compares with him. And I trust that this will be a time of peace in your life, even if the surrounding circumstances are turmoil, that you can know the peace of God that passes all understanding. So God bless you. Have a wonderful God-filled day, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow.